Do we know the color of TS12 now? And could we be surprised with new music from Taylor this week? Welcome to Hits Differently. I'm Molly. This episode is just going to be a quick Swiftie update for all of you on what's going on this week, because there is never a quiet week in the Swiftie-verse. Okay, there's always something going on. I mean, a merch drop and an Easter egg from Taylor Nation. I think we've all seen this film before. You know who's definitely seen this film before? Ryan. And if you're wondering where she is and why she's not joining me right now, it's because she's going to be joining me on Thursday. We are both going to be hanging out with Ammir on his channel on a live stream this Thursday night, July 17th. It's called So Much for Summer Love. Apologies for the singing, but you know the lyrics. So much for summer love from the song August. That is what we're calling our live streams. We're going to do a couple of these hangs after the Summer I Turned Pretty episodes come out throughout this final season, season 3, because there's going to be so much to talk about. This week, the first 2 episodes drop. And if you've read the books like I have, then you know what's supposed to happen. No spoilers. Okay, no spoilers in the comments because Ammir and Ryan have not read the books. They don't know what's going to happen. I actually ended up re-listening to the audiobook this weekend just so I could get it all fresh in my brain. And it's going to be big. I think they're going to have a lot to say when we all hang out on that live stream on Thursday night. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then you should watch the first 2 episodes of The Summer I Turned Pretty when they come out on Wednesday. So by the time that you're listening to this, the episodes should already be available. They're on Amazon Prime. Go watch those after you watch or listen to this episode, and then come hang out with us on Thursday night on Ammir's channel. It's at Ammir Shah 1811 on YouTube. We'll link to it in the description of this episode. And that live stream is going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and 1 a.m. British Standard Time. That's technically on July 18th. There's a couple of things to clown about in this episode, but I'm not done clowning about what we talked about last week, which is that Taylor could very well be releasing new music in The Summer I Turned Pretty. In case you missed last week's episode or you just want a quick refresher, Taylor has premiered new music in The Summer I Turned Pretty in seasons 1 and season 2. So why would she not do that in season 3? To be fair, they were Taylor's versions of those songs, okay? Like This Love Taylor's version, Back to December Taylor's version, and Delicate Taylor's version. Rep stands out there. Could she put another Reputation song that we haven't heard yet, or a vault track, in this new season, new and final? Could we get a TS12 track? Could we get a debut Taylor's version track? I feel like a lot's going to happen in these first 2 episodes, but I have my spidey senses up for the whole season. So let me know what you think of those theories in the comments, and we will see you Thursday night to react to what happens and which ones of Taylor's songs end up in those first 2 episodes. Now on to the rest of my clowning. If you didn't see the news, and if you are watching and wondering why I'm wearing this purple cardigan in the heat of the summer here in America, it's because the anniversary of Speak Now Taylor's version recently passed. It was July 7th is the anniversary. But for some reason on July 11th is when Taylor Nation announced that there was an anniversary merch drop. So it was all Speak Now themed, and there was like a jacket, a vintage tee, a necklace, a backpack, pajamas. I think those were the main items. And yeah, this limited edition merch was available for 48 hours or until things sold out. Taylor Nation was out here promoting Speak Now's anniversary. Again, why did they post it 4 days after the anniversary? I don't know. Let me know if you have any theories about that one in particular in the comments. The other Speak Now thing that they celebrated since our last episode recording was the last kiss date, July 9th. And when they were celebrating the last kiss date, If you don't know what that is, it's literally July 9th is a reference in the lyrics of the song Last Kiss on Speak Now. So a bunch of Swifties were celebrating this and posting about it on Twitter. And I have to shout out the fact that one of our very own listeners to the pod, this person follows us on Instagram too, they got a shout out from Taylor Nation. They got retweeted by the Taylor Nation. So shout out to Audrey. I know Audrey is a big listener over there in Barcelona and comes and joins us in the chat of the live premieres of our episodes weekly. I am so pumped that you got a Taylor Nation shout out. And I also hope that I am pronouncing your name correctly. Audrey, maybe it's Adri. Let me know in the comments or on Instagram so that I can correct this if I'm wrong. So I haven't seen anyone clowning about the merch drop per se. Again, let me know if you're clowning about anything in the merch drop. It seemed pretty standard. The suspicious stuff comes in when we get to Swift Day. Now, Swift Day is the 13th of every month. And pretty much ever since the Eras Tour ended back in December, Taylor Nation has made a point to be celebrating Swift Day with all of us online. And on this Swift Day, they ended up posting something pretty sus. Taylor Nation posted this meme. I don't even know if I would call it a meme. It's just kind of a photo with text on it. And the photo is Taylor looking all happy and smiling during the acoustic set on the Eras Tour. She's wearing the orange surprise dress. And there's literally just radiant sunbeams is what it looks like, but it's really a stadium light. And the way the photographer captured this, it just, the light beams from the stadium light are all over Taylor's face. It's just a very cool looking photo. Okay. I think a lot of us have probably seen this because I think Taylor posted this one on her social media. Anyway, the words on this photo say in orange print, "You look so happy, ... Then in white on the next line, "Thanks, Taylor owns all of her music now." So this has been a trend online of "You look so happy. What's going on?" And Swifties being "Thanks, it's just that Taylor owns all of her music now." So Taylor Nation's playing into this. And then they put as the caption or the text on the post, "We can't help but thinking this is how it ought to be," with the hand heart emoji. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry that I keep singing everything that's a lyric. "We can't help but thinking this is how it ought to be." Heart emoji, #Swift Day. The reason the Swifties are clowning about this is because we started to get a hunch last year when Taylor started adding orange to the Eras Tour outfits. For example, she added a bunch of orange in the Lovers set, the bodysuit and jacket. She had this orange surprise song dress. I'm trying to think of the other places she added orange. Was it really just the Lover era? And we all made a really big deal out of that in particular. I can't believe I'm already starting to forget these things from the Eras Tour. Let me know in the comments if there was something else orange. I feel like the Lover set and the bodysuit and the man jacket and everything was the biggest orange piece, and the surprise song dress. Anyway, I digress. When she added the orange, it was interesting because it just didn't make any sense. It's why are we adding orange? It's not really a Lover color. There's no era that has the color orange. And is that because TS12 will be orange? Because we only have a couple of colors left now. For example, if you think of all the heart emojis that exist on your phone, I'm pretty sure orange is the only one that doesn't represent a Taylor Swift album right now. And again, not only is Taylor photographed in this orange surprise song dress, but they made a point to use orange for part of the text all over this photo, okay? And you're this is just a photo that says "You look so happy. Thanks, Taylor owns her music now." This is just about the fact that Taylor bought her masters. Why are you clowning about this? And I realize that the orange thing could be a stretch, but here's something that's not a stretch. If you count these words, they add up to 12 words. "You look so happy. Thanks, Taylor owns all of her music now." And then if you're still not convinced, you can go and count the number of words in the caption. And it says, "We can't help but thinking this is how it ought to be." 12 words. 12. Now, this isn't the first 12 Easter egg we've gotten for TS12 because Taylor put 12 eyes in the letter about her owning her masters, for example. There were 12 Ds on her Instagram story talking about Selena Gomez's album. There have been some 12s, okay? We've also seen a new font / logo on Taylor's site recently. I do feel that the new era is coming. And as someone who loves the color orange, because my school, my alma mater, their color is orange. And also same for Ryan. As someone who loves the color orange, if this is true, I will be so excited. And I'm going to have to really restrain myself to buying things from this new era if there's a lot of orange colored stuff, because I literally love orange so much. I have so much orange stuff. If any of my friends are listening to this right now, they're probably laughing at me and my little spiral. But if you know, you know. Okay, orange is great. All right, moving on from orange, let's go to the color red, because the Chiefs are leaning fully in. I mean, they have been for a long time, but I just love it. They are leaning fully in to the Travis Taylor crossover, to the Chiefs Swifties crossover. They posted on social media this week, lucky year 13 coming soon for @KillaTrav. That's Travis's social handle, in case you didn't know. And it's this cool little flip book almost style video where it's just like photo after photo after photo of all these different pictures of Travis throughout the last 13 years. He's going into his 13th season in the NFL. I mean, it's just fate. Like, it's Taylor's number. This could be his last season. I can't wait for football season. If you're a fellow football fan, let me know how excited you are for football season in the comments, please. Now, if you are still watching or listening at this point, then that probably means that you like our show. And if you like our show, it would mean so much to us if you could go leave a rating or review on a podcast platform. That could be Apple Podcasts, it could be Spotify, wherever you're listening to your podcasts. If you could go leave us a rating or review, it will help us a lot. And we want to start featuring some of the reviews that we get. So here is one from Apple Podcasts. Molly and Ryan, I absolutely love y'all. I've been listening to Hits Differently for about 5 months, and I look forward to the notification I get every week. Molly and Ryan really are the best, and I love how much you love Taylor. Thank you so much. The username of this person appears to be 13 Heart, so how appropriate, especially coming off of talking about Travis entering his 13th season. I mean, the 13s are always 13ing, what can I say? But thank you so much for leaving this review. It helps our podcast so much on those platforms, and it just means a lot to us to know that you enjoy the show. If you go leave a review in a podcast platform, then there's a chance that you could also be featured on one of our upcoming episodes. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of all of these theories, and we also cannot wait to chat with you on Thursday night, July 17th, over on Ammir's channel at Ammir Shah 1811 on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be reacting to The Summer I Turned Pretty. So we'll see you there. Thanks for watching.